It was a sight to behold, nay, a spectacle of unmatched absurdity. DreamcastGuy, the self-proclaimed champion of all things retro, stood in the dim glow of his gaming lair, his oversized cap slightly askew, his energy dialed up to a level that could only be described as unhinged enthusiasm. As the first triumphant notes of the Pokémon theme blared from his speakers, something deep within him awoke. A primal force, a cosmic calling, perhaps the spirit of a Pikachu possessed him, or maybe just the unfiltered chaos of a man who had downed one too many energy drinks. Regardless of the cause, what followed was a performance that defied logic, dignity, and all basic principles of rhythm. He pointed dramatically at the camera, mouthing, "I want to be the very best," with the intensity of a man auditioning for a Broadway musical he was never invited to. His hands flailed with reckless abandon, each gesture more exaggerated than the last, as if he were casting a series of increasingly ineffective spells. And then the dancing began, if one could call it that. It was less of a dance and more of a chaotic series of movements that suggested he was being attacked by an invisible swarm of beedrills. His arms windmilled, his legs attempted to keep up, and at one point, there was an alarming moment where it seemed like he might accidentally throw out a hip, trying to execute a dramatic spin. The lip-syncing? Oh, it was legendary in its inconsistency. Half a second too fast, then a second too slow, he was locked in an eternal battle against the song itself, much like an ill-fated QuickTime event in a game he had played one too many times but never quite mastered. His facial expressions ranged from wide-eyed determination to a level of forced nostalgia, so intense it could bring tears to the eyes of a Pokémon Go addict in 2016. And just when you thought the madness had peaked, he hit that note. "Gotta catch 'em all!" His mouth opened so wide, it was as if he was attempting to inhale the very essence of the franchise. His arms reached for the heavens, as if Arceus himself might descend and bless him for his valiant, albeit deeply embarrassing, efforts. Then silence. The song ended. He stood there, breathless, drenched in the metaphorical sweat of his own overexertion, staring at the camera with the expression of a man who had just realized the internet is forever. And thus, another legendary moment was born.
I'm Juice McGill. Welcome to my channel. Be sure to like and subscribe.